Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
It's just one loot after the other, one dissipation after the other, 1 ton, wastage of scarce national resources. I mean, can you believe that when we all thought that we were able to stop this AGYAPA create, loot and share scheme, particularly following former Special Prosecutor Martin Amidou's corruption risk assessment report, based upon which he resigned because of how the president was handling the whole affair. We had always been under the impression that the mobilization by civil society, what the Office of Special Prosecutor did under the former Special Prosecutor, we had been able to at least, close the stables, and that we have prevented what was going to be a clear lootocracy, only to discover a few days ago at the Public Account Committee hearings that Ghana lost $12 million. I mean, and these people, they just blow the dollars as if it's $12 million. Look, if we had $12 million in Northtown, we will solve all our resettlement problems. We'll solve all of it. And even build more houses which will be empty for the children who are growing up. $12 million. Imagine what $12 million can do today. And what is even troubling is the very perfunctory, the cavalier manner in which the CEO of the Mineral Investment Fund, spoke about it and said consultancy. Preparations to get listed on the London Stock Exchange. $12 million. I am clear in my mind that people have to answer for causing financial loss to the state. I'm very clear in my mind. Look, you add this to the other $2 million that they said they were going to do a sky train with. And I don't know who cooks these schemes. Sky train. What is the state of our land trade? Land trade. What is the state? You haven't fixed that. If you want to travel today to my constituency, there is no option. You want to go to Kumasi. People are stealing the rail lines because really the rail sector has virtually collapsed. Then somebody comes up with a fantastic idea that we are going to do sky trains and pays $2 million in advance. Now everybody is passing the buck. Honorable Amewu says, hey, not me. Joe Gate says, oh, not really, it was COVID, don't blame me, And the president was at the center. He went to South Africa. If you read the stories about this sky train idea, So what's going on? Millions of dollars. Meanwhile, this is a country that cannot find 4 million cedis to save lives. 19 people died because they couldn't pay for dialysis. We are now depending on private sector. God bless the Fair Sky Group. And recently I see that Zoom Lion has also joined. Monthly they are also sending money. But for the private sector, more will have died. Government says they don't have money to save fellow Ghanaians. They are dying like flies.
In where?
In Ghana, at Kolebu, the renal unit. Just for 4 million cedis, not up to $1 million, not even up to $500,000. And see what we have done with $12 million. Consultancy. And we've started the probes. Very soon you will know who those consultants are. Very soon. Local and the international collaborators. And you will be amazed. So I am glad that these revelations are coming up. And I take the view that we should not only leave these matters at the level of Parliament. The Public Account Committee will present a report. But we must insist that, you see, if you look at what the Constitution provides, Parliament should have set up a special implementation committee that will make sure that every finding from the PAC is followed through, there is prosecution. To the extent that that has not been done, and I don't know why all the eight parliaments, that hasn't been done. If you look at the constitutional provisions, which mandate that committee to be set up after the plenary has debated the report. What should be done now is for the Office of Special Prosecutor, because we all know that we can't trust the Attorney General to prosecute colleagues, because the Finance Minister, who today has been even elevated into much higher role, we're told now is a senior presidential advisor, when we all thought that, oh, we've got some reprieve, the monster is no more.
An announcement?
You know, oh, Asasi Radio has been spot on. So this, I mean, it's that radio station we all know is from the kitchen. So, I mean,
if Asasi Radio says sources from the Jubilee House, who are you?
I mean, they shouldn't even have added from the Jubilee House. They just should have.
But whom am I?
So look, we have been left disappointed, and it's clear that that finance minister is just going to be, you know, a puppet to.
Did they say it's a
to his boss, senior presidential advisor?
Is that what they said?
Yes.
On the economy,
a special envoy,
capital market,
a special envoy to the.
They say it's a
capital
senior
presidential advisor.
Yes.
Is that the
Yes.
On the economy,
Yes.
and the president's special
envoy
on the capital market.
to the capital markets.
Investments.
We have been chased out of. After they've shut the door at us.
Are you aware?
We need a special
Are you aware
envoy
that
to go and reopen the door.
Are you aware that Benin and Cote d'Ivoire have gone on the capital market?
Oh yeah.
Oversubscribed.
Yes.
Just last
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
Benin and Cote d'Ivoire,
Yeah,
they are
Benin.
back on the capital market.
Oh yeah. They're doing very well. You know, we now need a special envoy to go and reopen the doors. Incredible. So here we are. I expect the Honorable Aveji-led PAC to pursue a number of these abominable discoveries and get the Office of Special Prosecutor to commence immediate prosecution, because you definitely cannot expect the Attorney General to deal with that. But Doc, what many people perhaps haven't noticed is that the Public Account Committee is just clearing a backlog. They are 2022. They are yet to get to the
2023 just ended. So.
They are yet to work on the 2023 reports. And Doc, some of the things we are discovering with the reports that the Auditor General has brought to us for 2023. If you thought 2022 is worse. Yeah.
You mean 2023 is also ready?
Yes, it's ready. I have in my hands just one of about 20 reports the Auditor General has brought. The performance audit report of the Auditor General on the construction of cocoa roads. Doc, if you read
the same cocoa roads for which a special audit was done,
which was never disclosed. Yes,
Osafumafu
led, and they never disclosed. Will you believe that Nana Akufo-Addo and his collaborators, they have awarded 266 cocoa road contracts.
You mean STC awarded contracts?
200 and MPP award. Why he's no longer an MPP member and leading member and chief senior advisor to Bawumia. He's no longer.
Not in the office of vice president.
There's even rumor that these days he has made it to the top 3 for running mate. That's the latest.
Not campaign manager.
No. Campaign manager is small. He's really high up.
But the campaign manager is also between he and Dambuchi.
But if I'm the running mate, you fear power. What do you think? Admit.
He wants me to do some campaign for him. So, because he knows Bawumia might be watching. So let me confirm. Yeah, we'll be shaking in our pants. Yes, I agree.
You brought it up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Bawumia, Akomia.
Yeah.
Bawumia, Akomia.
It even rhymes. Yeah. So
Bawumia, Akomia.
It's got a nice ring.
Very nice. Yeah. So Bawumia, do our friend a favor. You know, he has suffered for you people. You know, every Friday defending all
Banana
this.
is more than qualified for.
You know. Oh yeah. I mean, no doubt. You can't take that away from him. I mean, but for the group he joined, he's a fine gentleman. So Doc.
So something
back
that with all the jostling in Ashanti and the bad blood and everything,
we need
maybe
a
Dr.
neutral.
Bawumia should just
go neutral.
keep Ashanti off
Yeah.
and then and that's where Nana will stand on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a major consideration.
Even
That is put across.
even though I don't know if Nana has started going to church seriously, because I hear some reverend ministers are trying to overtake him.
He will take back the name he dropped.
The baptismal name. It's a good idea. Yeah.
Somebody, one of the names people have said to me about Nana, they say Jehoshaphat.
My goodness, people don't like Nana at all.
Yes, I mean, let's
so,
go,
Doc, when you read the 2023 reports, what is coming, the next PAC hearings on 2023 will even be more mind-boggling.
Really?
Just this Cocoa Road report alone, it has emerged that 226 contracts awarded, 87% of them were not competitive. Single source. 87%.
I remember the Dankwa Institute
87%.
doing something on sole sourcing.
Yeah.
And concluding that sole source contracts are corruption.
Yeah.
Corruption reading and in fact, they are acts of corruption.
87%.
Dankwa Institute.
Yeah. And this is Nana Akufo-Addo, 23rd August 2016. He put out this tweet. The era of sole sourcing will come to an end. Then a few weeks after, his driver's mate also tweeted, following from his boss, Bawumia, this is his tweet, 8 September 2016. He also writes, overpricing of contracts through the use of sole sourcing is very typical of this John Mahama NDC government. Can you believe that? Now, what is worse is that after Bawumia has bashed John Mahama, pilloried him, kicked him viciously, scathingly, it has emerged that his brother's company is at the center of this.
Huh?
Yes.
His brother.
His brother, Abraham Bawumia.
He's a contractor.
Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently.
His company is named in there.
Yes. And viewers can even go on the PPA website.
That he's a beneficiary of.
Yes, beneficiary of this 87% single source contracts.
Okay.
The name of the company is Resources Access Limited. Resources Access Limited. I mean, you see how Kama works. See what they did to Mahama. You see how Kama works. Now, interestingly, you see the names here, Abraham, the directors of the company. So you have Abraham Bawumia and Annette Kaminska Bawumia. Annetta Kaminska Bawumia. They are the directors. So the Bawumias are here neck deep. And you see, what is worrying when you read this report is that the Auditor General discovers that when they assessed the report, when you come to page 23, they assess the various contracts. The few contracts, the less than 13% of contracts that went through a competitive tender process, those that were single sourced, and interestingly, the Bawumias, their company, they got 2 big contracts on the same day, 2nd July 2020, same day. Very, very, very revealing. And if you look at the 2nd July 2020 contracts, which they were handed over the same day, is to construct and upgrade the Efutu to Abrem Agona Road at a cost of 54.2 million. The second one to construct the and upgrade the Chibosu Hosowoje Bangalo feeder roads, 29.4 million Ghana cedis. We put the two together, and this is a juicy, very lucrative 83.7 million Ghana cedis. The Auditor General is telling us that he discovers that these single source contracts are 3 times the value.
Huh?
3 times.
Is in the report.
It's here. It's here. 3 times. And that we did not have any value for money. Let me read paragraph 59. From the sample of 35 contracts, Cocoa Board procured 8 through national competitive tendering, 18 through restrictive tendering, and 9 through single source. We compared the contract sums of 6 contracts procured through the national competitive tendering process with another 6 from the sample procured through restrictive tendering and single source methods that had similar characteristics in terms of geographical location, asphalt type specifications, length, scope, that were awarded the same year 2020. We observed that the projects procured through the competitive tender process yielded lower costs per kilometer as shown in table 5. And he continues. Although the use of restricted tender and single source saved Cocoa Board the time it will have taken to evaluate a large number of tenders, our analysis showed that these methods cost Cocoa Board about 100% more than the use of the national competitive tender in terms of cost per kilometer. We deduced that roads procured under the national competitive tender were 1.5 to 3 times cheaper than what Cocoa Board got for roads procured using single source or restricted tendering. Up to 3 times. 13 billion cedis. Imagine how many more roads. It means we could have gotten up to 3 times the length, the coverage. Why are we doing this to our country? Why? And you people were on high horses. The Bawumias, including Samira, unprintable insults against President Mahama. Now see what their family is doing. See what they are doing. Look, I can't wait for the PAC hearings on the 2023 findings. I can't wait. I can't wait. So why is love for country? And then they say they are not corrupt. They are incorruptible. They, as of them, they have integrity. They have love for country. It is President Mahama who doesn't. It's the Mahamas who we should chase out. They don't. All the attacks that they mounted, the president, the vice president, and their family members, I never saw any of them quote from the Auditor General.
But with Cocoa Board, with what the new government raised with this cocoa roads during Dr. Puni's era, and the things that were said, the things that were put out, the
look at what Puni is being put through,
the special audits that was put in place and all that. And one of the key things, the key question they posed was, why will he give contracts above what
he could afford?
He could afford, and what was budgeted for.
And to come to think of the same institution and the same government doing what is here.
Even with Doc, I'm glad that you have raised this matter. Do you know the Auditor General analyzed that? And at paragraph 9,
what did he say?
Paragraph 9, the Auditor General says that, look. So, it says, for example, CRIP 1 was, that's a Cocoa Road Improvement Project, the first phase under President Mahama, 2015. It said Cocoa Board awarded 234 road contracts, valued at 5.2 billion, which was 3.25 times. So almost 3 times the 1.6 billion is budgeted for. Now come to CRIP 2 under MPP. There are people who bastardized this and said, look, they've not heard this before and it's wrong and all of that. Under CRIP 2, the Auditor General discovers that they awarded 266 contracts valued at 13 billion, which was 9.9 times the 1.3 billion it budgeted for.
So they budgeted 1.3 billion. And awarded contracts of 13 billion.
Can you believe that?
But what were they thinking?
I mean, can you believe that? Because the Bawumias must be given a contract.
All right.